Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Swinton versus Walker.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Miss Swinton, you have opened this case on behalf of your son because you say he foolishly signed a birth certificate for the defendant's child who you know is not his son. You are hoping today's DNA results will be negative and the first step towards getting your son off of the birth certificate. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Walker, you say Ms. Swinton is the reason her son, Mr. Cook, is denying your 23-month-old child, Josiah. You believe her controlling ways are the only reason he is denying your son, and you are here to prove her wrong today. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Ms. Swinton, you opened today's case on behalf of your son. Please explain why.
Your Honor, the reason why I'm here is because, as far as I'm concerned, the child don't look anything like none of us. And basically, I feel like my son is much younger than her. This woman, she's blaming my son as the father because she knows my son is a hard worker, he makes good money, and she figure, why not pin it on him? He'll be a better father than who I probably got pregnant with because, you know, she messed with a lot of lowlifes, you know? And my son, you know, he's not the perfect person, but I tell you what, he take care of his kids, and she knows this, okay?
Well, those are some strong words, Miss Swinton.
Oh, yes, it is.
First of all, I got pregnant. It is what it is. She needs to mind her own business. And she needs to accept that that baby there is her son's child.
So can you talk to me about the nature of the relationship with her son, Mr. Cook?
I met her son because she was the candy lady. He used to...
Who was the candy lady? Miss Swinton?
Miss Swinton was the candy lady.
Okay,
yes.
That's how you met her son?
That's how I met her son. I went to her house because she was a candy lady. She was out of town at that time, so she left her son to be in charge. He opened up the door. Obviously, he liked what he seen. So we started dating. We was dating for 7 years. And may I add, I have another son from him also.
This was a long-term relationship.
Exactly. Sleeping with one person.
All right. So, Miss Swinton, I see you rolling your eyes.
Yes.
What are you feeling at this time? You mad? You mad that she came over to get a piece of your candy but really got a piece of your son? I'm just saying.
No, ma'am, I'm not mad because, you know, she came and got the candy like what she saw. You know, no, it's not like that. My thing is this. I didn't want my son with an older woman. I wanted him to be with someone on his age. That's the point of it all. Because you get these older females, and it's about a control thing. She has took my son away from me. The attention I used to get, oh, Mother's Day, birthdays, oh, Mother's Day, I went out to dinner, okay? Matter of fact, we went out to dinner a couple of times, you remember? And let me tell you what happened.
What happened?
A year ago, all of a sudden, it stopped. You know what I got for Mother's Day this year?
What?
Nada. You know what I got for my birthday? Nada. He took her mama out for her birthday and didn't take me out for mine.
Okay, but listen. I can understand as a mother, I am the mother of a boy. But I need you to know this is not about her mother and about the dinner. This is about the fact that you say you deny that your son is her child's biological father. Him taking her mama out to dinner doesn't have anything to do with paternity.
Amen.
So, Miss Walker, can you tell me when you found out you were pregnant? Because see, what I'm hearing now is that you all had a long-standing relationship.
Yes.
You got an older child together, and then you find out you're pregnant with Josiah.
Exactly.
Take me back to that day.
We was broke up, but we was still dibbing back and forth.
Oh, so you all had a break.
We had a break, and then we had sex on them breaks.
So wait, how long were
She
you on the
wasn't
break?
in the bedroom, so she don't know.
Honey, my son.
Yeah, I hope
Your
she wasn't in the
son
bedroom.
lied.
Listen, how long were you on this break?
We broke up 2016
Okay.
due to infidelities and broken promises. I found out in May for Mother's Day. She should have been happy. Hey, you got a grandchild for Mother's Day. But
So why are you so emotional right now?
because I need her to accept the child because she is accepting of the first child, but not the second one. You can't pick up the first one and don't pick up the second one.
And that hurts you, and that's why you are feeling so
yeah,
emotional?
yeah.
Because you know the difference?
Yeah, and then she's a mom too. So she put herself in my shoes.
So, Ms. Swinton, are you treating the children differently? You've been honest so far, so do you treat them differently?
No, I don't treat them different. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
This little baby, I can't pronounce my own grandson, Josiah.
That's the problem, Your Honor. It's Josiah Cook.
Well,
That's
in
the
the
problem.
Bible,
she's a grandma. She should know.
Well, anyway, in the Bible, it starts with the O. Anyway.
It should start with a J
They-
because his name's Josiah.
It doesn't even matter. Listen, Your Honor, what I'm trying to get to make it
So,
straight
Ms.
to the
Swinton,
point.
when did you find out she was pregnant? I got to help you stick to the pregnancy. When did you find out Ms. Walker was pregnant?
I found out, basically, it was when she was about 6 months pregnant. And how I found out, my son, he got in contact with me and was telling me, he had some doubts. So I was like, well, baby, as a mom, I was like, when last y'all been together?
So your son, as close as you were, your son didn't tell you Miss Walker was even pregnant until she was 6 months pregnant?
Miss Walker didn't tell my son she was pregnant until
Oh!
she didn't tell him until she was 6 months pregnant.
Okay, now we're talking about something that don't sound right.
Bingo.
So, Ms. Walker, when you told Mr. Cook you were pregnant, what was his response?
He was surprised, and I don't know why, because we had sex on that break unprotected.
Well, it would be a surprise if you didn't tell me you were pregnant all the way till you 6 months pregnant.
Well, Your Honor, that you right, but I think his mom had more to do with it because he signed the birth certificate with no problem.
Oh, so you're saying he really believed it and bought in, but you think mom influenced this doubt.
Exactly.
So, Mom, when your son said to you, Mom, Miss Walker's pregnant again, and she didn't tell me it was 6 months, did he express doubt to you, or did you project your doubt onto him?
Basically, he told me he had doubts. So I asked my son, I said, when last you slept with this young lady? He said it was October and March. They had contact. The baby...
And you submitted a calendar to the court to outline that.
Right.
I guess she's a doctor, Your Honor.
Now, this calendar is based upon what your son told you.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
I guess she was hiding under the bed,
Okay,
Your Honor, so she know.
He explained to me that they had, they was together October.
Yes.
Then they was together again in the month of March.
Yes.
The baby was born October the 31st. So that means she had to get pregnant in February.
But Miss Walker testified that they were still on a break, but still sleeping together periodically.
Well,
Did he tell you that part?
No, he didn't.
Okay. So,
He didn't tell me that part.
all right. But I listen, and that does not mean, even though they were sleeping together periodically, that it was during the window of conception. We
Bam.
don't know that. That's why it is a mystery.
Right.
And unfortunately, that's why when you're not in a committed relationship and you decide that you're going to make a recipe to make a baby, that's why it's so problematic.
Right.
Because when you go back to it, the facts aren't as clear because you don't know what you were doing because you're too busy living your best life.
Exactly. Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
He doesn't look nothing like my son. We have what you call, it's like a fish hook mouth. It's like a hook. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have the hair gene where we are hairy people, where it grows down in your face. He has none of that. None of that. You look at his little ears, the complexion is totally different.
And you feel like this is a strong family trait.
Exactly.
And I mean, we have to be completely honest as well. You are mom, and I know you all have a relationship, and I can see how much you love your son. Because as much as you are in here and your dramatic flair and how you tell a story, you are very, very animated. I get it. But behind all of that, I do see the tears that you're holding back. I can tell.
You know, I know things. I just want the best for my son. She's not the woman for him. You know, I've heard things from the neighbors and stuff. You know, they told me, make sure he gets a DNA. I'm not trying to make her shame or anything, but we know she fast.
I want to pause in this moment. I see Miss Walker's in tears because I know that was hard for you to hear because people running around saying things about you that you say isn't true. And that is hurtful to hear. Now, this courtroom deals with paternity, but it also deals with relationships and family dynamics every single day.
Right, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm not trying to put this young lady down. If he's my grand, he's my grand. If he's not my grand, guess what? He was not going to know the difference. I still want that baby to be a part of our life and for her to bring the child around the house more. He don't cry like he used to cry.
Yeah.
He can't go to the bathroom, but
But I mean, listen, from a mother's perspective, the reality of that is it's hard.
I do, and I do have a problem with dropping him off because I don't know if he'll get treated right, and I am very attached, you know. That's why he had never been in daycare because I don't want to leave him. So, you know, I got to do better with that, but it's hard. It's hard for me.
That is a beautiful way to express what mothers feel. You're honest, and that's all I want you to do is understand, and we've seen this play out many times in this courtroom. The way you keep him away because you're fearful of how he'll be treated, when Miss Swinton lives with doubt and she's saying, bring him by, and then you won't do it, in her mind, it's like, well, why is she not bringing him by?
Yeah.
Because it's not my son's. Like everything the cylinders just start working based upon whatever notion is clicking, okay? So Miss Swinton, I need to know, after hearing this testimony, has any of your doubts subsided? Do you feel like you feel differently about this?
honestly, no.
Okay, that's your truth. I've heard sufficient testimony. And I think it's time we get the results. Jerome? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Swinton versus Walker, when it comes to 1-year-old Josiah Cook, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Cook is the father. Beautiful to see. Beautiful to see.
Now, Your Honor, please tell her, make her bring the child by and see me.
She done said that 10 times in here.
Well, it's the weekend. You want to start this?
Very nice. Grandma, you got the weekends.
But look, the only thing is I can't keep a baby at night. I need my sleep.
You need just your beauty rest? But no, really, this is wonderful to see. I'm so happy to see you all smile at one another. I'm more excited about the fact that you all were able to dialogue in a new way today. And I want to keep that going when you all leave and go talk to Dr. Jeff, learning how to speak with one another, learning how to be honest. Mom, I need you to learn how to get in your lane, right? Now you got to get a lane.
Oh, I'm overstepping or something?
Just a tad. Even though I sympathize and empathize with your pain. Because I know what it's like to love your baby boy, and she does too. You gotta let your son be the father that he needs to be. And if they choose to be in a relationship and work that out and work their family out, you gotta give them space. And I'm not saying it's not easy. Because once your son came and dropped that dime and said, Mama, I had it out, I know you picked that dime up and ran with it. Because that's how you love your son.
Right.
So I want you all to keep talking, keep growing, keep healing, and just keep doing what's necessary to create a healthy, happy environment for the beautiful children, all right? I wish you the very best. Court is adjourned.